Chapter 8, Lesson 3, Adding Two Mixed Numbers. In Lesson 2, we were adding just one mixed number to a fraction. We had 3.5 plus 4/5. But now, we're going to have two mixed numbers, so the problems are going to look like this. Now to do this, all we're going to do is bring the whole numbers, the 3 and the 2, over. We don't have to change those. And then we're going to change the half and the 4/5. So we cannot change a 2 into a 5. So we're going to multiply this side by 5. And we're going to multiply this side by 2. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Down here, 4 times 2 is 8, and 5 times 2 is 10. I'm going to add my whole numbers. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now I can go ahead and add my fractions. 5 plus 8 is 13, and your denominator stays the same. So just like yesterday, in Lesson 2, we're going to change the fraction part, that's an improper fraction, to a mixed number, because you can never have a numerator bigger than its denominator. So I'll take 13 divided by 10. 10 goes into 13 one time. 13 minus 10 is 3. Your remainder becomes the numerator. Your denominator stays the same, so I have 1 3/10. But you can't forget about that 1. You got to add this 1 to the 5 you have over here. So I'm actually going to have 5 plus 1 and 3/10. And all I'm doing is adding 5 plus 1 is 6. And 3/10. And that is your answer. So it's just like Lesson 2, only now you have two whole numbers that you have to add together, and you got to make sure you add those together. And you don't forget about the new one you have when you change it to a mixed number. So I have 1 4/5 plus 2.5. Of course, you can't change a 2 to a 5, but you got to make these common denominators. So I'm going to multiply this side by 2 and this side by 5. My whole numbers are just going to come straight across. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5, and 2 times 5 is 10. Now I can go ahead and add them together. 1 plus 2 is 3. 8 plus 5 is 13. And I've got 10 as my common denominator. Of course, 13/10 is an improper fraction. We got to change that to a mixed number. 10 and 13 goes one time. 13 minus 10 is 3. My remainder becomes my numerator. My denominator stays the same, so I have 1 3/10. But I got to add it to the 3 down here. So I'm going to have 3 plus 1 and 3/10. 3 plus 1 is 4 and 3/10. You don't have to reduce 3/10. It's fine the way it is, but at times you will have to reduce. This is number 7 on their homework. 9.5 plus 4 2/3. I'm going to bring my whole numbers over, 9 and 4. I multiply 1/2 times 3, because my common denominator is going to be 6, because I can't change 2 into a 3. So I'll multiply the fraction by the opposite denominator. 2/3 I'll multiply by the opposite denominator, which is 2. So here I'm going to get 3/6. Over here I'm going to get 4/6. 9 plus 4 is 13. 3 plus 4 is 7. Denominator stays the same, so I have 13 and 7/6. 7/6 is an improper fraction, so I got to change it to a mixed number. 6 into 7 goes one time. 7 minus 6 is 1. my remainder becomes my numerator and my denominator stays the same. So I have 1 and 1/6. Again, you cannot leave this 13 and this 1 by themselves. That's the only step that's different for lesson 3, so you have to add those together. So I have 13 plus 1 and 1/6, and 13 plus 1 is 14 and 1/6. Now I don't believe there's any problems that they have to reduce in their homework for tonight, but there will be for sure on the test. So hopefully this helps, and use your notes for more reference, or watch this video over, pause it, or whatever you need to help you.